What is going on, everybody? All right, so 1 week review time on the Fire Wi-Fi. After about 1 week, and I can't believe it's only been 1 week. After 1 week, I honestly feel that I can give a pretty solid review on this, in my opinion, my experience with it, and the places I have gone. Now, with any type of internet, data, Wi-Fi, whatever is service of any kind like this, you know that naturally you're going to have bad spots and you're going to have good spots. And usually if you get into a more populated area, like, a big city or something like that, that you're more than likely going to have better signal. And as with anything, it is the same thing with the Fire Wi-Fi. However, excuse me, I had to get a drink there. However, I will say that after one solid week of use, I do not have, honestly, any complaints about it. I feel that it's fairly priced at it's about $99.90. I think it's $99.99 or $99.95 or something like that per month after you do the initial setup, which I covered in the first video. And in my opinion, and the way that I use it and the way that I run it, after 1 week, I feel that it is worth it, the overall service. I had a couple of laggy areas, but I still had internet and I still had service. And it wasn't like it was just a complete lag, wouldn't work or anything like that. No, it kind of like popped in and popped out a little bit. Or like a movie I was watching would drag just a tiny bit. And it did it for a few minutes. And it was honestly no big deal to me, because you'll get that with about any service anyways. So, the states that I have traveled with this internet and used this internet now, I am from Missouri. I started it out in Missouri, right there. Had excellent service there, and actually driving through the backwoods of Missouri in a place where I couldn't get any cell phone reception, and figured that this internet would just completely drop off. It was pulling down some of like maximum service, which was very, very shocking, and was actually also good at the same time, because the kids were with me. I had a weekend load going to the house when I was picking up my children, and the very next day we all woke up and we hopped in the truck at like 5 a.m. and took off through the woods and whatnot, and so they're jamming away on their cell phones in the back here playing, and it worked perfect. So that was good right there. Now, so Missouri worked for me, home state. Actually, not home state, but I live there. And then I went to Iowa. I also dipped over into the edge of Kansas, over by Kansas City, and it worked fine over there. But Iowa was actually the state that I believed it would not work in. And I am currently sitting in Iowa right now, nice and peaceful, out in a nice country town here, waiting at my delivery for tomorrow. And I actually expected it. I'm looking right now. I don't have maximum service, but I do have service, and it's good enough. It's got 4 bars, like just about any other thing. One is the weakest, and the 4th one is the highest. So on the signal, it's got 4 levels of signal. And right now, it actually, in the same location earlier, had 4 bars on it. But right now, I'm pulling down 2, which isn't bad. According to this particular router that I've got, and it's sitting right up. You can't really see it. It's right about there. My cable's in the way. I don't think I'm looking on the video. No, you can't see it, but right in front of that shock right there for the bed, it's actually sitting right there. You might see the lights flickering here and there, but that's where it's sitting. And either way, I've got 2 full bars on there right now. It may jump up to the 3rd one here and there, but I sat here earlier and had 4. And like I said, in Iowa, I actually expected it to be completely dead because there's areas in Iowa that I can't even use my cell phone, which is very upsetting. And that was the one place that I was concerned about. But I have service here. The service is, I'm not going to say excellent, but last night I sat at the truck stop in Des Moines and actually pulled down 4 bars there, but it's Des Moines, so... And I streamed videos on my TV, which is right up here. And it worked fine there. So far we've got Missouri, Kansas, and Iowa. These other states I'm not really going to hit too hard on because the service was pretty well evenly placed across the board on all these. But I did travel to them and did stay in each state for at least a day. So... or, round about a day. I passed through, obviously, lots of states. But again, we'll go back into it. And we had Missouri, Kansas, Iowa. Then I went to Illinois. I also did Indiana. So we got 5 so far. Ohio. Pennsylvania, which actually had amazing service. But I was in, where was I? Pittsburgh. And, other places, but so Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Kentucky. I hit on the edge of Tennessee a little bit, so we're up to 10 states right there. And I want to say that I had one more. I did run the southern border of Michigan, Indiana border directly across on 80 right there, the 80-90 right there. And actually did really well right there. So I would say that if you crossed the border, it'd probably be about the same in Michigan. So out of those 10 states, and the particular service that I have through Fire Wi-Fi is, in fact, sorry, I was looking at that. It looked like it wasn't recording. The service area that I have covered under my plan is the Midwest and East Coast. So it would make sense that it worked fine. But at 1 week with all 10 states that I travel, and those are the 10 primary states that I operate in, minus Arkansas. I do go to Arkansas and Georgia and, a little bit around over there in Louisiana. But I did not touch those. So we're talking about pretty well, if you group up what would be considered to be the heart of the Midwest, is everything that I did travel. And then lightly into the East Coast with West Virginia, Massachusetts area, Pennsylvania, up close to New York, but not into New York yet. But I would assume it would do just fine up there. My overall opinion on the internet service itself through Fire Wi-Fi, I've had, after 1 week, I've had no issues that anyone wouldn't normally have with any kind of a Wi-Fi or wireless type service and whatnot, anything like this. I feel that the internet is fairly priced for the most part. Everyone would naturally want to get a lower price, but at $100 even, basically, for the ability to have literally Wi-Fi on the go, unlimited, it is fair to me. So the customer service, which I haven't had to use except for setup, when hopefully I never have to use it, but the customer service is absolutely great. The people are nice, very streamlined. They make it easy to get set up, and boom, done, gone. The router got to the house super fast and everything, which I already explained all that. But I'm going to wrap this up right here. Really simple. Fire Wi-Fi for on-the-go people. I'm a truck driver. They say most of their customer base is people who go camping a lot, run RVs, and are truck drivers. That doesn't mean anyone else can't get it, because the thing literally plugs in. You can plug it into a cigarette lighter. They do not give you that adapter. You can go get one, though, or you can order one extra. Mine is a regular 110 plug, which is wired in to everything else in here, and I have it plugged in. That's all you need. The plug, the router, plug it in, boom, you're done. That's it. So as long as you can get power to it, you can have internet anywhere you go. There is no limit to the amount of devices, so you can hook up to anyone. You can allow anyone to have the password if you want to do it that way. I stream videos and music mainly, and screw off on Facebook and stuff like that. But streaming to my TV, running off of my cast on my phone, which I'm now recording with, and I have an additional cheapo cell phone in here that I play Pokemon Go with my children and whatnot, which that's interesting. I'm not even going to get started on that one right there. I swore I'd never do that, but here we are. But yeah, 1 week in, I will do probably a 30-day review, even though I don't feel it's going to be needed. But Fire Wi-Fi for Wi-Fi on the go. Go to firewifi.org. I will put it in the bottom down here in the description, so that way you can go there. I do not get paid to represent them or promote them by any means in any way. I'm not getting any kind of kickback. I do stuff. A lot of people know what I do. There are a few things I do catch a kickback on, but this is not one of them. And I mainly review things that I feel can help people and benefit people and are of use to anyone else, really. So that's that. I enjoy it. And by comparison to the other service that I had, I'm not going to knock those people, but I was getting 15 gigabytes of data for a month for $70. And this is unlimited, truly unlimited. And I mean, I haven't had any issues with it. Either way, check it out if you're looking for Wi-Fi on the go. Plug it in, hook it up, and just go with it. Fire